Listen, I know this video is called Lazy Habits, but you are not lazy. You are smart because you know that there is an easier way to keep your home clean and tidy and clutter-free without spending hours of your time. I did 2 other videos on this topic. You guys loved it. I heard from so many of you that you're employing these techniques in your home. So today I'm back with 15 all new lazy habits. So let's get started. Number 1, this one saves my husband, I would estimate maybe 30 minutes every week. And it's kind of a twofold win-win scenario here because not only does it save him time, it also keeps the home looking cleaner. Put a bowl at your front door for your keys. Just any bowl will do. Just grab one out of your cabinet, stick it at your front door, and that is where you store your keys. And then that way you don't have to spend your time looking for them when you kind of leave them around the house. You don't know where. And it keeps the rest of your home clutter-free because your keys aren't just hanging around randomly in the house. Have you ever gone, if you work in an office, to make your food in the microwave at work, and you open the microwave and there's food splattered all on the inside and on the top of it? Maybe this even happens if you go to somebody's house that you know. It really makes you not want to cook your lunch. It really makes you not want to use the microwave. So I'm going to give you a very lazy hack to clean your microwave. All you're gonna do is when you are done cooking your food, and say it's been cooking for a couple of minutes, take your food out, take a cloth, and just wipe down the whole inside of the microwave. You wanna do this when the microwave is hot and steamy, i.e. just after you've used it, and it just takes a couple minutes. And if you don't wanna have these splatters in the first place, I will link this. My mom got this for me. We use this 3 or 4 times a day. We just put it on top of our food before we stick it in the microwave. No more splatters. You can wash it in the dishwasher. We love it. The next lazy habit is to use your dishwasher to wash things that maybe you ordinarily would have had to wash by hand. I'm just going to give you some examples. There are so many things you can wash in your dishwasher. I love using this hack. You can use it to wash your light covers. Just take those covers off, stick them in the dishwasher. You know, the ones in the bathroom or the kitchen, and they get really dusty and greasy. Don't struggle, stick them in the dishwasher. You can put soap dishes in there. You can put your shower caddy. Anything silicone can go in the dishwasher. Kids' toys, dogs' toys, limitless possibilities. Having to clean your shower a lot is not lazy or efficient. So I'm gonna give you a little trick, and you may have heard this one, but I'm just gonna share it. My lazy habit will allow you to stretch the time in between cleaning your shower. Simply squeegee your shower every time you've used it. It will literally take you 20 seconds. All you have to do is grab the squeegee and go down the doors and the tiles. I store my squeegee right in the shower, so I have no excuses. As soon as I shut the water off, it's there and I can use it. And let me give you another tip, because when you do this, it's going to save your tile. It's going to save your shower. So not only is it keeping it clean, it will also keep your tile from breaking down. The sealants won't break down. The grout won't break down. The shine, the stone, all of that breaks down from our water. So if you simply squeegee it and get rid of it, you're actually going to make your shower last a lot longer. This is the ultimate lazy hack because now you've just saved yourself years and you don't have to replace your shower. This next hack, I do it way more than I thought I ever would. And when I first came across this hack, I was like, well, this is kind of weird, but then I just couldn't stop doing it. And it is to use a lint roller on your lampshades. I find this to be genius. I love it. Sometimes if I'm even rolling my clothes, say I'm going to work and I'm getting some lint off, I'll just take the same one and I'll do my lampshade that's sitting right there. This works so well, so much better than vacuuming. I do vacuum them from time to time if I have the vacuum cleaner out, but I'm telling you, the lint roller is amazing. It gets all the lint off. You would be shocked how much lint settles on there. It makes the lampshade look so much better, your room so much brighter. Try it. My kitchen sink is composite granite is what it's made out of. I actually love it and it's great, but this tip will work no matter what kind of sink you have, even if you have a stainless steel sink. But it is, once you finish cleaning your sink, take a little bit of mineral oil, put it on a cloth, and polish your sink with it. I don't know how this works so well. I especially love it on the composite granite because it gives it a nice sheen. But what it also does is it repels the water spots, it repels the dirt, helps everything go down and get out of the sink faster and easier. Such a weird little trick, but just try it. Get a bottle of mineral oil. It's very useful for this. And while we're talking about it, another thing you can do to repel dirt from your appliances, this is interesting. I found that you can use furniture polish, you know, the wood furniture polish that has a little bit of wax in it. You can use that on the plastic parts of your appliances. So you know the little windows on your microwave, maybe the window on your fridge. You can clean that with the furniture polish and that will repel fingerprints and splatters. It's easy to wipe off. I especially like this because my kids are always touching those windows and this helps a lot. I hate getting out the mop bucket and the mop and doing the whole thing, right? It's just a big investment of time. Instead, all you need to do to stretch the time in between your floor cleaning is spot clean your floors. So go ahead and get a bottle of multi-purpose cleaner, walk around your home, see where the floor is looking a little bit dirty and spray it. And leave it there for a couple of minutes while you go get your mop, and then take your dry mop and go over those parts. It works like a charm. You don't need to mop your entire floor. You don't need to get everything out. You simply use the dry mop. And I've got this spray mop that I use for this. You could use a spray mop. If you don't have one, again, just use a regular mop. It really doesn't matter. Speaking of mops, my next hack is about your walls and your cabinets. I find that these get very dusty. These are vertical surfaces, so they certainly don't get as dusty as horizontal ones. However, a couple of times a year, you do need to clean them. What I like to do is, again, I will use my mop. So I will spray down the wall, I will spray down my cabinets, and I will take that mop and I will wipe it. My bedroom walls get very, very dusty. And so if I can go in with the mop, it's great. It lets me get up high because of the long handle. It lets me cover this big surface. So just try it. If you don't want to use the same mop head as you use for your floor, just get a second mop head, swap them out. Easy to do. My next hack here is not only going to make your entryway look less cluttered, this is kind of, again, a twofold benefit here. It's also going to keep your home cleaner, and it's going to keep it 90% cleaner. Remove your shoes. Do not wear your shoes in the house. So very lazy. You walk in the door, you take your shoes off and have somewhere to put them. Have a bin, have a basket, have a cabinet, whatever it is, that's going to create less clutter for your shoes. Now, I have shared this tip before in previous videos. I shared it some time ago, and many of you told me I need to wear shoes in the house. I can't go barefoot in my house. And I understand. I don't like going barefoot in my house either. But here's where you simply have two pairs of shoes. So you have a pair that you wear outside and you have a pair that you wear inside. Trust me, you do not want to wear the shoes that you've been walking around at the grocery store, outside, in the doctor's office. You don't want to wear those in your house. And 90% of the dirt that's in our homes comes from the outside. The next lazy hack is to stop thinking of your mail as mail. The minute you touch it and the minute you bring it into your home, it becomes paper clutter that you need to deal with. So the lazy hack here is, don't get your mail until you're ready to deal with it, until you're ready to declutter it. So what you do is, when you're ready to do that, get the mail, go through it, put the things that you don't need in the recycling bin, deal with the invoices, the bills right away, and then you don't have any more paper clutter to deal with. This will just prevent the big piles of paper clutter that happen. I will say, this has been a very highly requested video from you guys, and I am making that video right now. I will be adding it to a special playlist that I'll share at the end of this video, but essentially I'm doing a whole video on paper clutter and how to get rid of paper clutter for your home. So many of us struggle with it. I totally get it. So if you want to see that, make sure you're subscribed. The next hack is to keep small things together. Let me explain. Oftentimes we have small things around the home and they could create a lot of clutter, or even worse, you could lose them. So my suggestion is, when you have small, tiny things, keep them in a small, tiny container. So you've got a lot of bananas, keep them in a small bowl. You've got a lot of buttons, keep them in a small jar. Got a lot of small nail polishes, keep them in a small bin, and just keep those items together. This next tip is genius, and it will instantly transform your space, and I'm going to explain to you how this works, because you do need to understand kind of the psychology behind it. And really the hack here is to put your items, when you've got a lot of items on a surface, it is to put them either on a plate or in a basket. I'm going to just insert some footage to show you what we did in my daughter's bathroom. She had a lot of small things on her counter. They were taking up a lot of counter space. Simply by putting them into a basket, it made these small things look like a lot less. And I'll tell you why this works. When you see a lot of small things on a surface, your eye perceives them as many things, creating clutter in your mind. When you put them into a basket or on something, on a plate or a platter, your mind instantly perceives them as one thing. I'm gonna also put some footage in just to show you. I have this olive oil container and this butter dish. I have simply put them on this little granite slab, and instantly it looks less cluttered. Instantly, it has given a little home to these two items that I have on my counter, and my counter looks a lot less cluttered and clutter-free. And I call it a lazy hack because literally you just need to go around your house and find a basket or a bowl or a plate. Next is to keep a basket in your well-used rooms. And when I say well-used, that could mean your kitchen, but I'm really thinking about things like your living room, maybe your bedroom, your kids' rooms. What I find with this bin is I will keep this bin, or it could be a basket, whatever you have on hand, use it to quickly and easily tidy up that room. Whenever you find clutter and things that don't belong in that room and you want to quickly clean the room, stick everything in that basket. I used to do this all the time when my kids were really little, and I would have it in the living room, and anytime someone might drop by or I just wanted to clean the room and get it looking nice again, I would simply put that stuff in the bin, and within 20, 30 seconds, the room was looking so clean. So try this trick. It's going to work, and once the bin or basket gets too full, simply take it, walk with it around your house, put the things back where they belong, and then put the bin back. Super lazy, super easy. And while you're at it, keep a donation basket in your closet. If you don't have enough space, keep it near your closet, keep it near your dresser. When you're getting ready in the morning, instead of trying on something and then deciding it doesn't fit, you don't want it, for whatever reason you want to donate it, right? Don't put it back in your closet. Don't put it back in your drawers. I'm looking at you. Simply instead take it and put it in the donation bin. This is going to speed up any clothing decluttering that you want to do. It's also going to keep your closet looking neat and tidy. And I've shared before, when you have clothes in your closet that you don't wear and they don't suit you, what happens is it ends up cluttering your whole view of your closet and making you think that you have nothing to wear, that you don't like your clothing. When in reality, the clothing that you don't like and you don't wear is actually clouding your judgment of your wardrobe as a whole. So don't store those things in your closet. Get them out into the bin. Okay, guys, those are my 15 lazy hacks to help keep your home clean and clutter-free. I hope they helped you. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to link 2 videos. I'm going to link the playlist I mentioned, and then I'm also going to link my other 2 videos I did on this topic. So click on one of them, and I will see you over there. Bye-bye.